Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I'm your host, Kitsap Sun reporter Josh Farley. I'm standing at the breakwater of the Bremerton Marina with the Monette Bridge in the background, and as usual, I've got 5 stories that you just got to know about happening in your town this week. Story number 1 on our list this week is a teaming up of sorts between Rebecca Taylor, who owns the Manette Saloon, and Kathy Davis Hayfield, who owns the Boat Shed. They're teaming up to start the Manette Yacht Club, which, funny enough, will be located at the downtown Bremerton Marina. Their plan is not only to have a little bar with some beer and wine to be served, but also to make this more of a connection between downtown and Manette, to include the possibility of a water taxi, paddleboards, and bikes for rental. I talked with both Rebecca and Kathy about this exciting new opportunity.
We have the boat already, and there's some, red tape we have to get through, but we'd like to have our Manette water taxi, which will be right down below here, go right up to the boat shed and drop off folks and pick up folks to go back and forth to shop in Manette, eat in Manette, play in Manette, come back, catch a boat, stay in the hotels, but just an easy way for them to get across. Yeah. We're trying to connect the dots between downtown and Manette because Manette's such an awesome place, and Bremerton seems to focus a little bit more on this side and a little less on that side, which is okay. We're going to do that job for them and make some fun right here to show them how cool it is over there.
Which in turn we get to actually be involved in all the things that they're going on down here, which is a lot of fun. Rock the Dock and the Harbor Festival and Blackberry Festival, and then we want to create our own festivals and events in the wintertime.
Story number 2 on our list this week is some new fears about lead being in the water in the city of Bremerton. Tacoma did some testing and found that goosenecks, these are pipes that basically run between the city's water mains and your home, were installed probably in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and these goosenecks do contain lead. In Bremerton, there's probably about 500 homes east of Naval Avenue that still contain these goosenecks. The city, however, is not concerned about them. They don't believe them to be a health issue because they installed what's known as a corrosion control facility in 1999. That control facility actually ups the pH of our water supply, which makes it a lot harder for lead to leach from any source, and so they don't believe these are an issue, but you are certainly welcome to go out and contact a tester on the Bremerton Beat blog. I am leaving you with a contact of a lab below. I believe it only costs about $20 to have your water checked. Story number 3 on our list this week is about parking. Now, I don't know about you, but many of us have experienced this phenomenon of trying to find a parking spot in downtown Bremerton. It can be exceedingly difficult, particularly Monday through Friday during the workday. So what gives? Bremerton Mayor Patty Lent is changing one of the streets in a way to make additional parking. She is reducing the number of hours from 3 to 2 that you can actually stay in a spot on 4th Street or on Park Avenue. There's also a parking study that's going to be happening within the city aimed to try to find how much capacity we truly have and how much we need in order to make it a pleasant experience for all to be able to come down here and park. There's a lot of new businesses, but right now they're being choked because there's no place to park.
Yeah, I'm out there and the street is dead. It's just cars. It's like a science fiction movie. There's nobody here. So I don't know where those cars are, who owns them, where they're going. Are they employees? Are they shipyard? I don't know. But they're obviously not customers. They're not coming in here and spending their dollars in our town.
Story number 4 on our list this week, a Parks Foundation has been founded to support the city's Parks Department.
The city has a wonderful park system, and many of its park facilities are older or underdeveloped, and the city alone doesn't have the funding base in order to be able to restore those parks and bring them up to the point where they're going to be well used and serve particular youth and families of the community. So to have this mechanism provide a funding boost that allow more capital projects, more renovations, and park upgrades to get accomplished over time.
They've already raised about $60,000 of money, and their hope is that they can supplement one project per year that's a capital project, so something of size and value that the city needs in its parks. And finally, story number 5 comes to us from the marina right here. The Northwind, a very famous yacht that was constructed in 1930, appears to be sinking. The Northwind is owned by a person in Massachusetts. They do not have the wherewithal to get out here because, unfortunately, the boat is sinking. This very famous vessel that once saw the likes of Winston Churchill, Princess Elizabeth, yes, before she was the Queen, was on this vessel, as well as Jackie Kennedy, is now sinking. It is for sale. It's about $750,000, which I'm sure many of you have lying around somewhere. But this vessel may sink. It may not. We don't know yet. The Coast Guard, though, pumped all of its fuel out of it to make sure that there was no environmental concerns. That was about 2,000 gallons of fuel that was taken out of the Northwind. That's going to do it for this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.